Welcome to ALSI 7050, Introduction to Research Seminar. In this version of the class, we spend the semester diving into what is a dissertation and how to get started. So let's take a look at the course. First of all, we want to remind everyone of our ALSI program mission and vision. So the mission of what we're doing is to train scholar practitioners who are change agents for improving learning for all. And a big part of becoming that change agent is you becoming a researcher in your own right, and that is the dissertation. That is the vehicle for that. So let's take a look at the vision. As your instructors, we must become models for positive impact on learning for all within and beyond the program so that ALSI graduates are recognized and established as leaders of learning. So we want your dissertation to be the best it can be so that you get out there and become that solid researcher in your own right. So when we think about designing a course, we pledge to the Understanding by Design, or UBD, framework. And stage one demands that we ask, what are the outcomes that we're aiming for students? In this case, for this class, we have one key question. What must students know and be able to do by the end of the Introduction to Research seminar? What we do is we use these little cards. They're half-cut note cards. We write on them all the things that we must get out of the course. And in this one credit seminar, we have itemized these things for you on the very next slide. So here are the key outcomes and evidence for ALSI 7050. We want students to develop a foundational knowledge of what a dissertation is and its working parts. And the evidence we'll gather from the students is going to be studying exemplars that we feel are really strong, and you'll analyze and reflect on those. Also, students will practice writing problem purpose statements and research questions to fuel topic exploration. So what are your areas of interest? We'll help you find those through problem, purpose, and research questions. So we have our discussion boards where we'll share our ideas, help each other, and then we'll also build multiple models for different problems, purposes, and research questions. Then you can square them against each other to find out what's the one worthy of pursuit. We call it the master of choosing. Which one should we choose to move forward with? Furthermore, students will engage in discussions about research, the dissertation, and topics of interest with the cohort team. So as a team, can we help each other dig in, clarify, and extend our learning? Evidence, we have more of our discussion boards. And finally, we have students developing logistical knowledge of the dissertation process and sketch plans regarding the dissertation process. So this is important because there are so many different layers, such as developing a committee, which is a chair and readers who help you through the process based on your area of interest. Also, we want to gather ammunition for multiple topics so that we can move through the logistical stages with ammunition in tow from different quality research bases. And then finally, we will help you develop a timeline based on multiple graduation semesters, maybe an ideal timeline, and also maybe a backup timeline in case anything goes awry. And we know that it potentially will because the dissertation is such a zigzag, messy process. One of our favorite books is by Keith Sawyer called Zigzag, and really learning in any sense of the word is a zigzag path. It is not a linear timeline or pathway. So when we're thinking about dissertation, we want to lean into the messiness, the zigs and zags, the twists and turns. And one more thing to leave you with before we close out today is a quote from Lifelong Kindergarten by Mitchell Resnick. What he does is he thinks about this mindset of a tinkerer as someone who's agile and can adapt and adjust at any moment, no matter the challenge, no matter the storm ahead. One of my favorite quotes from him is this: tinkerers understand how to improvise, adapt, and iterate. So they're never hung up on old plans as new situations arise. Tinkering breeds creativity. And we believe in tinkering in this program. We want you to be tinkerers. So you develop an idea, and then maybe it goes awry, and you've got a backup idea to jump into. So we want you to be tinkerers and embrace that zigzag, especially during the tough part of the program, which is the dissertation. And finally, I've got custom writing tips to help you get through it all. These are my favorites, the ones that I use and I live by. First, if you would just write one scene at a time. A lot of novelists think they can maybe sit down, aspiring novelists, and they can write a book in one wave. And I think if you could just pull back and just write one scene at a time, and in our case, one section of one chapter of the dissertation at a time, and you will be successful. And finally, do something a little bit different. What are other folks studying, and then what can you study that they maybe haven't looked at just yet? that's a challenge for you as well. So, thank you, and we want to leave you with this screenshot of your course map. Everything you need to do is mapped out weekly or in batches of a few weeks as you progress all the way down the semester. Everything is right here that you need. On the right hand side, each time you complete a task, just check the box. You will be directed by this page at any turn. Any question, obviously you can ask us, but you go right to our task list. It's got everything laid out for you, week for week, note for note, everything you need. And at the bottom, you'll notice my contact information here, email, office phone, and then of course my cell phone in case you ever need anything. Please let me know and I will come running. Thank you so much, and I look forward to joining with you in this research seminar this semester and exploring all of your passions for research in the future. Thank you.